Technology developed right here in Las Vegas may help detect COVID-19 and other airborne viruses. A local business makes a product that could impact where you work or where your child goes to school. The I-Team's David Charnes got an exclusive look inside. David?
Yeah, Denise, so you know we need oxygen to live, but it's what we're breathing out that may help detect our risk of getting sick. CO2 Monitoring is a Vegas-based company making detectors for large-scale systems, but amid the pandemic, their technology may have a much smaller scale solution.
We breathe it out every minute of every day.
You can't see it, can't smell it, can't hear it.
Ronald Longley is talking about carbon dioxide, CO2 as it's more commonly known, and you could say it's in his DNA.
What this machine does, it's a UV printer.
His Las Vegas-based company, which employs about 24 people, makes these. They measure CO2 in the air that could be leaking from these massive tanks you may find at a bar or restaurant, even inside Allegiant Stadium. But in the coronavirus era, his devices may serve a new function.
It's the canary in the coal mine.
The coal mines here are everyday places, schools, gyms, casinos, even your home. Places where with poor ventilation, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air could set off alarms. That's because a high concentration of CO2 means the air isn't moving around, and viruses could be hanging there just waiting to be inhaled.
Airborne viruses like COVID are actually transmitted through primarily respiration. And we obviously can't stop respiration, but what we can do is measure its effects.
A recent study by the University of Colorado Boulder supports that. Its authors writing detecting CO2 in the air holds promise for monitoring the risk for COVID and other diseases we can breathe in.
For the cost of a small monitoring system, a fan, and opening the door, you can seriously lower the potential for contracting a virus like COVID.
Well, this gets more interesting because California recently passed a law requiring those monitors you saw there to be in every classroom statewide. It's to detect the buildup of CO2 in the air and in turn the threat of getting COVID, the flu, or other respiratory diseases. So we'll see if the same thing happens here. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.